Your Facebook ads will never work properly without this one thing, the pixel, or as Meta now calls it, the dataset ID. You see, the pixel is the eyes and ears of your advertising, and without it, you're running ads blind. With it, you can see exactly what's working, build audiences of people already interested in you, and stop wasting money on ads that don't perform. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the pixel does, or the dataset ID as we call it now, why you need it, even if you're not running ads right now, how to install it step by step, the number one mistake I see businesses make when setting it up that makes their results look too good to be true, and a pro tip at the end that could save you weeks of frustration if your pixel isn't tracking properly, so stay around for that one. So let's start with the basics. What is the pixel, or dataset ID? The pixel is simply a small piece of code that goes on your website. It tracks the actions that people take, like just visiting a page or filling out a form or making a purchase. Why is it so important? It can be accumulating data of what actions people are taking on your website, even if you're not running ads. Maybe you've got great Instagram engagement right now. Lucky you. But here's the thing. If people are clicking and going over to your website, then you're losing a lot of valuable information. With the pixel installed, you're not just hoping that people are remembering you. You're going to collect that data about who's engaging, what actions they're taking, and then you can retarget them and even build lookalike audiences from these actions. It will help you to get your ads in front of a lot more people who are a lot more likely to buy. Like I said, even if you're not running ads yet, installing the pixel today means that you're building data now, so that when you're ready, you already have a warm audience ready and waiting. Okay, let's get practical. The pixel is now called the dataset ID, and you find this inside of Meta Business Manager. You only need one pixel. This is a mistake I see happen all too often. Businesses will create a pixel for different offers or different products, even though it's still targeting the same audience. You only need one pixel and install that everywhere on all of your website assets. Now, when it comes to installing it, you'll either need to install the full base code, or depending on the platform, it might just require the pixel ID, which is just this string of numbers. Some platforms make it really easy to install. For example, if you're using Social Charlie or High Level, you can go into your funnel settings, drop the full base pixel code straight into the settings, into the header section, and then it's installed. Other platforms, especially free website builders, or if you're on a basic paid package, it may not let you install a pixel unless you're on a paid plan or a high level plan. Now I'll show you how to install your pixel. First of all, you need to see if you have a pixel or a dataset ID, which you'll find over in your business manager. So you'll go to your business manager settings. On the left-hand side, you'll see data sources, and you'll come down to data sets and pixels. And it will show you there if you have any pixels created or not. If you don't have a pixel created, you'll just simply click on add, and that will create a pixel for you. You'll name it, make sure you give it a clear name so you know exactly what business it's relating to. I also like to put the last 4 digits in there, just in case pixels get twisted up. Then I can very easily see that that is the pixel. Yes, that's the last 4 digits, and that's the last 4 digits that's on my website. So you can create one, but like I said, you only need to have one pixel created. So when you have your pixel created, you'll then need to go over to Events Manager to get the data. So we'll click on the little, as I call it, fidget spinner looking thing. Click on Events Manager over there on the left-hand side. And here we're on Datasets, and this is where we can get the information for our pixel to install it on our website. Now here you'll see I've got a lot of pixels. They're all blurred out here, but I just have a lot of access to a lot of pixels. You won't have that, you should only have one. So you'll have that one pixel selected. Then over on the right-hand side, we've got Manage Integrations. Click there. If you haven't got anything set up here, you'll click Add New Integration. I do have a pixel here, so I'm clicking on Manage and Install Pixel on your own website. Then I'm going to click. Now, pro tip here, click on Email Instructions to email the instructions to yourself, so you can have them in a folder and you can easily get that base pixel or even copy and paste it into Asana or wherever is easy for you, so that you don't have to keep digging around in the back of Events Manager whenever you need to grab your pixel. Now we'll click on Install Code Manually. this sort of screen changes all the time. I'm going to now go down here to click on Install Metapixel, and you see here we've got the start of a code. So I'm going to click Copy Code, and you'll see it's copied. Now I'm going over to Social Charlie, or this is our own version of High Level. So this is for High Level or our Social Charlie, it's the same. We're going to click on this funnel. So this funnel has multiple pages in there. What we want to do is install the code in the settings section. So I'm going to click on settings, and then here in our head tracking code, you'll see here, this is where we've got the pixel copied and pasted. So it says Metapixel code here at the top. So this is where you will paste it. So it's on all of your funnel pages. And here we have end Metapixel code. So we know that's the end of it. So that is where you will install the code on your funnel pages. If you have a website, then you're going to click on the website. You're going to come over into the website that you have here. And same thing, in your settings, you'll have your base pixel installed in the head tracking code. So that's the full base pixel. Now, some sites will only want you to install your pixel ID number, which is the string of numbers inside of your pixel. So if the platform that you're using only asks for your pixel ID or dataset ID and doesn't require the full code, you'll just pop that string of numbers in. Now, once installed, the pixel will fire on every page of your site. That's your base pixel, and that is the foundation. You definitely want to get that in place. But the base pixel alone isn't enough. The real magic comes from standard events. You see, these events tell Meta when something important happens, like when someone takes a specific action on your website, like they've opted in for your newsletter or guide, a free training, they've requested a quote, or they make a purchase. For our tutorial today, we're going to be using the lead standard event for our examples. Now, here's where I see so many businesses go wrong. They install the lead event on their landing page. That is the page that traffic is going to, that has the form to capture people's names, email, and maybe even the phone number. Which means as soon as someone lands there, Meta thinks a lead has been created. So you go into your ads manager and it looks like your ads are absolutely crushing it. Leads galore, but then you go into your email CRM and there's nothing. That's because those people never actually filled out the form. The correct way to install your standard event is to put it on the confirmation page, the page that someone lands on after they've taken that action that you're wanting. So whether that's to submit a quote, to buy something, or to sign up for your newsletter. That way your tracking is accurate and you can trust the numbers that you see in Ads Manager. Now, depending on your platform, you've got two main ways to do this. You can go to the confirmation page, and that is the most standard method, where you add the standard event code, for example, lead, into the header section of your thank you page, so that whenever that page loads, that lead event will be fired and you know someone has submitted the form or taken that action. With Social Charlie or High Level, we also have the option to submit the event when someone submits a form. So say they put in their name, email and phone number and hit submit. We can set it up so that the lead event will fire when that form is submitted, so you wouldn't need to put it on the confirmation page. So you just go into your forms settings, add your pixel ID, and then select the conversion event. If your platform doesn't allow events at all, don't worry, Meta has got a setup tool that lets you assign events to specific pages or buttons without needing to go into the back end like we just did and touch the code. It may not be as precise, but it's a solid workaround as long as you can get your base pixel, that pixel ID, in on your website. Okay, then you can use the setup event tool to select specific events for specific pages. So here in Social Charlie or High Level, I'll first show you the confirmation page method. So people are coming into our guide, our opt-in page, they're opting in, the form is on the page, and then we have this TY page. It's our thank you page. So I'll click on edit. We need to put the lead standard event in this page. So depending on your platform, like lead pages, you'll want to be installing the lead standard event or whatever event you're optimizing for your ads on the confirmation page. Now that's the important part actually, that whatever standard event is firing on your confirmation page, that's the same event that you select in Ads Manager at the ad set level, where you say conversion objective, we would be saying leads. If I had the complete registration pixel installed here, then I would be selecting registration complete from our standard events in the ad set level. So we're here on our confirmation page. Here we've got our little tracking code pixel icon. Click on that. And here in the header tracking is where we would install that lead standard event. So simply paste the lead standard event in there, click save, and then here we would also click save and publish. And that is saving it on our page. Now, when it comes to Social Charlie, high level, this is also where we can have the pixel event firing on a form submission. So I'm going to click on pages and I'm going to go back up here to our opt-in page. So this is the page that people are going to land on. We're running our ads and people are coming to this page, or it could even be organic traffic coming to this page. It will fire the base pixel, which will be page view. But here on our form, we can set it up so that when someone submits the form, we will fire the lead standard event. So here is our form. I click on the form and over here, we can see that it says edit form. So we'll click on edit form and that's going to open up that form for us. Click on settings for your form. And this is where we have just the pixel ID. Like I mentioned earlier, we don't need the whole base pixel, we just need that string of numbers. So it's saying on page view, it's going to fire page view. And on form submission, we're firing lead. So this is where you could change it to whatever event you're wanting to fire, whether it's submit application, complete registration. Like I said, we're firing the lead standard event, and that's what we're selecting for our ads in Ads Manager as well. So you can install the lead standard event on your confirmation page, or with High Level and Social Charlie, you can select the lead event to fire when someone submits the form. Now, another way you can do it, if you don't have access to the back end there of the platform to install the lead standard event or to put in a piece of code, you can again select your Manage Integrations, say Manage, and then open the Event Setup tool. I put in the URL of our thank you page. So when someone opts in for our guide and then they land on this confirmation page. So I put that in, we click Add Events. And you'll see here, we've got this little pop-up for the event setup tool and it's saying that there's no events found on this page. That's because we don't have the lead event installed on this page. We're having it fire when the form is submitted. So on this page, we want to track this URL. Now we don't want the URL to equal because sometimes there might be UTM parameters or Facebook parameters. So if it's URL equals, it won't line up. So change it to URL contains. And then select the event and we're going to fire lead. So this way, we're telling Facebook that every time someone lands on this page, fire the lead standard event, and you'll hit confirm. So here we see down in the corner, the lead event was set up and active on our site. Now you may also notice here, we've got this little pixel code icon and the number 1. If I click on that, it's going to show me my pixel ID. There we go. It's showing me the pixel ID and what event is firing. So this is page view. That's part of our base code. Now, if I had the lead event installed on this page as well, we would also see lead firing under here. So I'm just going to go back into our page here. I'm going to save the event this time. I didn't save it last time because remember, we've got it firing on our form. But I want you to see how it's going to look when it is installed on the page. So there's our lead standard event. I hit save and I'm saving it this time. Save and publish. So you can see now that lead event is firing because we installed the code on the confirmation page. Now, once everything's installed, you need to test it. So get the Meta Pixel Helper, install it on your Chrome as a Chrome extension, and that way you can test your pages. As well, if it's the first time you've created the pixel, it will show with a little red dot saying no events are fired. Then once you've loaded it and you have gone to the page like we just did here and the lead event is fired, you should see the lead standard event or whatever event you've used should go from being red to green, meaning it's capturing data and it's good to go. So go through your funnel, opt in, Visit the landing page, fill in the form, and check your thank you page. And then on your thank you page, you should see the base pixel number, and it'll tell you what event is firing. So if you installed lead on your event, like we've been talking about, you will see lead in your little box there, and you'll know that everything is set up correctly. Now, sometimes you will see a second pixel firing if you are using a third-party platform, and that's probably that platform's own tracking pixel. So don't stress about it, nothing you can do. As long as your pixel is on the site and working, you're good to go. Now, here's the tip I promised. Sometimes, even when you've installed everything correctly, your events don't show up in Ads Manager. And I have consulted with many ad managers who have been pulling their hair out over this problem. The problem is domain access permissions. So you'll go into Events Manager and go to Settings. Then you'll scroll all the way down, and here we have this Traffic Permissions websites. Sometimes an allow list has been created. So if the domain that you've just installed your pixel for isn't on the allow list, it will not track. So check this setting in case somehow someone has set up an allow list. If there's a list of domains there and your new domain that you've just installed the pixel code on isn't included, then your pixel won't track the data. So either add that domain to the list or remove the list entirely. That way you won't get blocked when you set up new domains in the future. This one tip has saved many ad managers and business owners weeks of frustration and wasted ad spend. And that's it. Your Facebook pixel or Meta Data Set ID is installed and tracking properly, with your base pixel in place and your standard events set up correctly on the confirmation pages. You're not just running ads, you're running ads that can actually measure, optimize, and that you can trust the data that's coming back in. Now, the next step is putting this data to work. And that's where campaigns like my Smart Ad system come in, helping you to run simple $1 a day awareness ads to build audiences that you could retarget with offers later to come over to your website, opt in or purchase. So if you want to see how to launch those campaigns and get a step-by-step over my shoulder tutorials to set it all up in just a matter of hours, then click the link in the description. And if you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any future Facebook ad tutorials.